Shalom. First and foremost, as always, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakha HaKodash. All right. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well with the correct doctrines of the heavenly scriptures. Peace and salutations also to your hopeful elect Akim, scattered throughout the four winds of the earth, preaching his word in all sincerity and faith. All right. You few sincere Akwaf, our sisters that come across these videos as well. Shalom. All right, real quick, just want to do an exhortation. The Lord wants to edify you hopeful elect out there on my lunch break. So it's going to be a quick hit lunch break exhortation, if you will. All right, and it's pretty much stemming off of, yesterday when we was at camp. This scripture right here, Matthew 24th chapter, 37th verse to the 39th verse came out. Okay, and had a few precepts that I want to add to this precept. Okay, but I wasn't able to yesterday. The spirit was kind of like moving in, different directions, just like how the spirit does, So I want to do a quick exhortation and bring that out, because we are in a time of Noah, pretty much, just as it was in the ancient world when in Noah's day, so is it now. All right, in this world of wickedness, ran by the wicked Esau Edom, self-proclaimed white man. Okay, that runs the earth right now. Job 9:24. Okay, and everything is under a wicked vibration. Okay, under this devil. Okay, so and we are like Noah. All right, us are the hopeful elect is doing this work in truth and sincerity. We are pretty much like Noah in this day and time, man. Okay, this preaching righteousness, prophesying pretty much. Noah was a prophet, he's speaking about, what was to come with the flood that was to come, but a lot of people scoffed at what he was doing and didn't really take him seriously. And it's the same way with us. All right. So I want to bring this out. This is Matthew 24:37. It says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying, and given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. You see? Hey, in that day, just as it is now, man, access of wine and liquor, drinking, Jake does that on a weekly basis, especially on Friday, Saturday. That's one of the, designated days to go all out drinking, partying, banqueting, if you will. Gluttony takes place on those days, and just all throughout the week. All right, and it says in marrying, meaning being joyful, Jake is all in that merry, joyful, folly spirit, man. Like it tells us in the scriptures that folly is set in great dignity in this day and time. All right, it says, and in giving in marriage, we know marriage is the act of sex, but just, so that's the mindset of Jake. It's just, pretty much nonchalant, just going about every day, giving heed to the access of the flesh. It is here in Babylon, man. It's a lot of leeway to do according to what the flesh desires, all right, which is carnality. Okay, so it says until the day that Noah entered into the ark. See, Noah was out there preaching righteousness to the people. He got the warning from the Most High. He took heed to that warning in fear, all right, in faith. And went about to prepare the ark. I believe he was out there for like 100 years. Okay, and people, in that time span, people was talking all type of shit, laughing, scorning them, It says, verse 39, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Right. These people, they ain't gonna know until the flood of destruction come and it's gonna take them all away. They're gonna get caught up in it. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. In 2 Thessalonians, or is it 1 Thessalonians? All right, the 5th chapter. And I'm just rolling in the spirit. I do got a few precepts from the other day. This is 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, first verse. It says, but in the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Okay, speaking of the hopeful elect. All right, we understand the times that we're living in. Okay, Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Okay, so we have this wisdom and knowledge, we know the prophecies. Okay, and we see the signs taking place. all right, to let us know that we in that time, all right, the time of the Lord's return, the time of great destruction. Okay, verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. You see, just as in the days of Noah, you know, they wasn't aware, you know. Here it is, you know, Noah was out there telling them, you know, what was about to happen, same way we are now. All right, but they're not taking heed to it, all right, because they love they love darkness rather than light. Okay, like it says in the book of John. All right, so this day that's coming, it's gonna take them as a thief. Same way as it took them back then. We just read it, you know, until the flood came and took them all away. All right, so they're going to get caught up in it. Verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. You see, while they're saying peace and safety, they're getting all these, they're getting stimulated, okay, with these different stimulus packages, which that's devaluing the currency that's already in circulation. All right, the dollar, all right, is being devalued every day, all right, which is going to lead to hyperinflation, okay, and yeah, so you know they're looking at all these different goodies that they're getting, and they're thinking peace and safety. You know, they're getting jabbed up. You know, they promoting the jab as something that's going to lead to peace and safety. Life can go back to normal, okay. So Jake think everything is good, but really the trap is being set. All right, it says, it shall come upon them as travail upon a woman with child. All right, like scriptures speak about the birth pains. I believe that's 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Okay, each stage of the birth pains get more intense until the final birth. You know, when the baby is coming forth, which is the ultimate pain that represents the nuclear destruction. Okay, then afterwards you got the calm that comes out there, all of that. You know, when a woman's holding the baby, you know, that's the kingdom. You know, that's when everything is over. All right, but it says they shall not escape. So the trap is being set for them. All right, these elites, the Lord is putting it on the mind of these elites. All right, to create this trap, you know, for Jake, for 2/3 of the nation of Israel. All right, and when that trap is like, when you look at how traps get set, you know, when they trying to catch an animal in the wild, they got to set it up. They got to do it in a particular way. So when the trap springs on the victim or the prey, okay, they can't escape it. You know, like bear traps, you know, different traps for alligators, so on and so forth. You can go, you know, look that up for yourself. But that's the point. So I got a few more precepts just to illustrate how we are in the stead of Noah in this day and time. Okay, we got two right here. It's Hebrews 11:7. It says, by faith, matter of fact, let me get it in the blue letter. Okay, because I want to actually start at verse 6. Hebrews, the 11th chapter. Phone moving a little slow. Okay, here we go. Hebrews 11:6. It says, by faith, it isn't, it says, but without faith, it is impossible to please him, please the Heavenly Father. It says, for he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Right. And that's the same way Noah was, man. He was diligently seeking the Heavenly Father. You know, he was warned, all right, to prepare ark, you know, and he did his due diligence in doing so. All right. And he was delivered, him and his family. Okay. So that was the reward for him diligently seeking. In the same way with us. Okay. We come in, we you know, doing the work out there, preaching highways and hedges, doing these exhortations. Okay. Being brotherly charity. Okay. And that's us diligently seeking the Lord, man. Okay, and our reward is coming, man, for our due diligence. Verse 7. For it says, by faith Noah, being warned of the Most High of the things that are not yet seen. Okay, because they didn't in that time it wasn't no rain. Okay, the water sprang forth from out of the earth and watered all, you know, the vegetation, the plants and all of that. Okay, and the same way now, you know, nuclear destruction on the scale that we preach about, all right, has never been seen. Okay, you had Hiroshima and Nagasaki, okay, where the atomic bomb was used. Okay, but that's a small microcosm, all right, to the destruction that's coming, man. They're gonna use what is it called? I think you know, different nuclear weapons, man, that's gonna be on this that make that look like nothing. Okay, so It says, for by faith Noah, being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, moved with fear. See, that fear, man, that godly reverence to the Most High. He took him at his word, like, okay, you said it's gonna happen. All right, I'm on it. All right, it says, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of righteousness, which is by faith. Okay, and that's how we're going to become heirs of righteousness under Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, it's through our faith. All right, we believe what the scriptures say about the nuclear destruction that's going to come to destroy Babylon. Okay, aka America. All right, we trust that wholeheartedly, man. All right, and we moving with fear. Scriptures tell us, you know, in Proverbs 9 and 10, that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Okay, and also in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, that wisdom leadeth to a kingdom. Okay, so us moving through that fear, we make the wise decision through the Spirit. Okay, to ultimately obtain what we want, which is the kingdom. Okay, so that's the same way with Noah, man. Now let's go back here. It's another precept. 2 Peter 2 and 5. Let's get that here. It's book of 2 Peter chapter 2 and 5. It says, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah and 8 persons, was Noah and his family and their wives, and a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. Okay, and that's what's finna take place now, man. Okay, because when you read in Genesis the 6th chapter, I believe, you know, it goes on to talk about how it was in the days of Noah. You know, that wickedness was at an all-time high. You know, I would get that, but for the sake of time, you know, read Genesis the 6th chapter. It explains how it was in that day, man, and it's the same way now. That's the reason why it says in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, how the Lord. Matter of fact, let's get it. You know, because this pertains unto this day and time. Oh, right here. Oh, you got it. 2nd Ezra 15 and 6, it says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. All right, that's these days and times, man. All right, wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. And it says the same thing in Genesis the 6th chapter in the time of Noah, man. I wish I would get it, but you know, verse 7, it says, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things which they wickedly exercise themselves. Okay, because like we said earlier, it's an excess of wickedness in this place, man. Okay, it's flooding over, so to speak. All right, the cup is running over of wickedness, man, and therefore the Lord has pretty much had it up to here with it, man. All right. So he says, neither will I suffer them in those things which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. All right, that's us of the hopeful elect, man. And that links up with Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, the 4th verse. You know, that for the men, set a mark upon the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations done in the midst thereof. Okay, that's us, man. Okay, that mark goes into the wa, meaning exemption from judgment, man. Okay, so us of the hopeful elect, Lord willing, we have that mark of exemption from judgment. Okay, and we are complaining continually, man. All right, in our prayers, you know, pertaining to the wickedness that's happening here, man. Okay, just as in the days of Noah. All right, now let's go back. All right, so it's back in 2 Peter 2 and 6. It says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow. All right, it's going back to the ancient world, Sodom and Gomorrah, man, because they're rapid homosexuality, and lesbianism, whatever, you know, all that shit that they was doing. All right, and this is Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0 here in Babylon, man, America. All right, the LGBTQ, all this different homosexual agenda that they're promoting. Okay, it says making them an example of those that afterwards should live ungodly. Okay, so the Lord made an example out of that place, man, burning it with fire and brimstone. All right, as a means to let future kingdoms and you know not to do what they did. Okay, but America, I guess America didn't get the memo, man. Okay, so therefore, like the old saying goes in the world, if you don't learn from the past, you're doomed to repeat it. Okay, and that's what's finna take place. Okay, And this is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. I believe that's Revelation 11 chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? Yep. Revelation 11:8. It says, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city." It's talking about us, being in that dead state spiritually. Okay, but according to Ezekiel 37 chapter, that valley of the dry bones shall receive life. Okay, and that's us when the Spirit came upon us and reinvigorated us, so to speak, quickened us. Okay, made us alive. It says, "Shall lie in the street of the great city," which is here in America. It says, which spiritually, is called Sodom and Egypt. So this place is spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, man, because they practice the same shit that they was doing in Sodom. All right, homosexuality. All right, in Egypt with the bondage. Okay, it says where also our Lord was crucified. All right, because the Lord was crucified in ancient Greece and ancient Rome. And this is Rome all over again. This is the revived Roman Empire. Okay, that we're living in. So just now it's another precept I believe in 2 Peter 3. Let's see. Let's start at let's get right to the point. Verse 6, 2 Peter 3:6, and we can close it out with this. "Whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished." Okay, talking about in the time of Noah. It was overflowed with water, the great flood. It says, and it's evidence for that flood to this very day. Verse 7, it says, "But the heavens and earth, which now are, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire." Okay, against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Okay, so that ancient destruction was by water, but this destruction is going to be by nuclear fire, man. Okay, that's what it's reserved unto, for the perdition, the destruction of ungodly men. All right, and the world is filled with ungodly men. The scripture say, as the rulers are, as them that rule the city, so are the inhabitants thereof. Roughly paraphrasing. All right. So it trickles down from the elites all the way to society, man. All right, if you see somebody at the bottom that's wicked as hell, it's as a result to the rulers, man. Scripture say, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Okay, you don't have righteousness in authority right now. Well, you will, in the kingdom to come under Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to illustrate that quick point. Like I said, you can read Genesis, the 6th chapter, to go more in depth on how it was in the time of Noah. Okay, and get edified. But Lord willing, this exhortation was edifying to you. Hopefully elect out there. All right, till next time I say, Shalom.